Welcome back to it. Welcome back to Counter-Strike. Welcome back to StarSeries after we had a little of a beautiful, wonderful, little artistic input. We finally live with our game, and it's going to be Recca versus IMBA.SAS. After IMBA was quiet, decently showing us what they're able to do on this certain Mirage, we might just find them successful once more, because this is their map pick, and IMBA.SAS, they have a good opportunity to now take down your opponent with ease. First of all, I'm gonna take a lot of time here, trying to not do any major mistake at that point in time. And the silence around the map is not the most comfortable feeling for most of the CTs. Still, Asterisk tries to take ground towards the base site. He will sure find nothing soon. As it goes that way, that is first of all going to be now Recca. Now as they come, Iwar finding himself too. And that could be going well. Iwar with a third, Iwar with a fourth. Can he connect on the fifth? That's not going to be the case, but he's done a major job right here for Recca. As now Rousseau can be the one who cleans out with a body shot, and he does. Iwar with 4 frags right here is helping Recca to achieve success in round number 1. And after, oh god damn it, 21 to 9 bars, I'm forgetting it all the time. You know, for my great ecstatic shots, I'm not forgetting them, but when this happens, I forget them. Damn it. I didn't mean to, that was just not my best move by far. How could I forget that? Those 29 to 9 bars are sometimes a tough one for me. And as we're having it right now, still a break, a few IMBA players missing. $16 to 9. I know, I just basically forgot. It's early in the morning, you know, it's 8:24. I'm always forgetting. I should set a timer on those things. Because my brain is not really good with that. And there we have players reconnecting. 3 minutes in our break. $100. I think we have a little bit of a problem here with their backup didn't run properly. There it goes. Man, oh man, those breaks sometimes. I think this is really an issue when you live like on a continent where there's so much water in between. That's like a legit problem, I would say. And as we're ready and back at it again, my Windows says that I have to worry about my viruses on my computer. I have never had any viruses on my computer. Blatant lie. Thank you very much, Windows. So the aggression towards the B site, excuse me, towards the A site is happening. IWAR, who already had a perfect appearance during the piss round, once more gets himself a few frags left, right, and center. The triple is secured. Much more should be coming up. There it goes, the MP9. The minigun, as I call it, because it shoots so goddamn fast and it is a very compact gun. That's the final frag in the end. 7-2 for IWAR. As the rest of the team have to split up the frags and somehow are leftovers. Those leftover frags so far separated on Rousseau, Frost, Misty, and Super SYS. With IMBA, who showed us a quite decent performance on the first map, right now not bringing on the table what they used to do. But the simple thing is, IMBA also lost the first 2 rounds previously, and then they got themselves started. And when they got themselves started, they were on a really decent streak. And IWAR comes not at the right time. This time he can't get too many frags. Eventually the triple. He does. 3 rounds, 10 frags. IWAR utilizing his advantage of the armory and the weaponry. And so IMBA right now are able and need to start striking against their opponent. Otherwise, Recca could build a certain bit of momentum, which will get you going and going and going. Oh, that is nicely done. Potato. Getting himself a good bunch of damage. That advantage angle though from Frost Minty towards 546 is opening up for Recca. The entry has been made. IMBA are right now getting caught up in a quite tricky situation. A flashbang popping. Main is secured. Focus towards A it is. Interestingly enough, rotation from Rizzo coming in. And now it gets a little tricky. The main Molo is there. The question is, how much will SPTDD do towards that? So he waits out for someone to push vent. And that would be the point in time to now attack the side of A. No one actively holding it. No one actively looking for it. That's the end though. For SPTDD, as he has the issue to have his barrel a little bit poking out of the white box. But now they pull through an XYG. He has the bomb. He just goes for the aggressive duel. Oh, and survives the 4 HP. A safe plant is now mandatory. And luckily for him, he's not getting caught by that Molotov. Now result. Not quite sure if you're expecting Danking to be there. Has the right timing, has to reload. 15 HP onto SYS should make him an easy target. One is coming for main as well. Then there, buddy shot does it. And also, Potato finding the final frag onto Asterik. The last few seconds, the execution on this site of A works. And so IMBA are able to secure themselves #1 at that point in time. And the worst for Recca is, in case IMBA are going to take that round, we're going to see a situation where there will be an eco from the CTs up and coming. Recca finds himself 546, and Azized also striking. Rousseau now rather rotates back instead of being caught up in some 7.62 bullets. As the hailstorm might could have just started. Potato finds one. They know there's an AWP towards B. I think there's no way I'm gonna address that. Danking with perfectly executed shot. Creating a quite worrisome situation on the site of B, but on the other hand, SYS able to connect on one towards the site. Asterik is not meeting himself with Danking yet. They're just looking besides each other, and there he finally finds it, but no, the shot is not there. Danking, that was yours, all yours, but he can't finish it off in the end. So XYG gets taken out by the Opper. 4-1. Recca taking the lead, and IMBA.SAS having quiet, slim wallets at that point in time. And in case you didn't know, we have a few interesting games coming through today. Next up will be Eclipse versus Roar. With Eclipse actually including a few well-known names, and then you have Roar. We're fighting with 2 Russian individuals. First of all, SYS getting himself XYG, another one pushing for the smoke. Logically, he becomes a victim of the quiet present Indonesian player, and that now will be finally Potato against 5. A Glock in his hands is not the perfect tool to take them down all. It will be rather tough, to say it like that. And there it goes. 5-1, Recca. Then we have another pause calling in. This is, though, due to a tactical reason. IMBA.SAS down by a few rounds. Now I want to reconsider and talk about it, how to fix the issues after that 3-1 scoreline. It should have been actually those lads just running away with it. They were not able to do so. And I mean, the problem is now Recca could gain a lot of momentum from it. And yeah, that's pretty much how it is. Teach us geography if there's any tech pause. Damn it, that would have been a good idea. That would have been a legit good idea. In the future, I will do it. I liked it. It's like it's you know, it's Counter-Strike, and also you learn something. So your mom, when she comes in your room and she's like, David, do you watch that violent video game again? You say, no, Ma. I'm actually learning something for my geography class. And then she's like, oh, son, I'm so proud of you. You just made it. You watch Counter-Strike and, I don't know, learn something about geography. Possibly, maybe, under any circumstances. First of all, though, you might need to set their circumstances just right for proper execution. And it seems like SPTDD wants to make some noise towards the side of A. Asteroid can only find one, and that is a very aggressive offset of now backfiring massively. Rousseau, as well as Ivar, somehow need to seal the deal. The bullets are landing close to Rousseau. Potato. He's just too aware of it. Iwar looking in the wrong direction, finding himself too. And he needs to clutch this out on his own. He has done so many frags for his team so far. He has the time to rotate there away, but lucky enough he isn't. 5-4-6-6 is there to find the Indonesian. Money is still there on the CT side. It's not the best, but it's still workable for one round. The question is, can they make it work in that one round? And as it goes, Recca wanted themselves not too much towards the A site. Positioning of Rousseau could be problematic, but usually it doesn't get checked the first time. So with that being the case, Rousseau could do a major difference. Hello, Dave. KX. Nice to know that you're David. I knew I would address someone in the audience. But first of all, seems like Dan King has some kind of idea. Now Frost Misty. You can't delay it any further, but the side of IMBA.SAS, they're taking their time either way, and the A bomb site will be the actual destination. Rousseau is going to hear that very soon. Yep, he's going to hear those steps. And now wants to go for the flank. Dan King did not realize him. Rousseau, you got to decide right now. Where do you come from? And where do you go? And he just stands. So that was not really the best move to do here. You could have tried to go for an early flank, and his movement was just a little too slow in total. And with now that information gained by STDPP, always forgetting his name, it's now going to be pretty much impossible to position towards main. The bomb planted for main. No smoke in favor of the side of Recca. A kit is not existent as well. IMBA.SAS are now taking home their round number 3. And most players of the Recca sides will not have the best of an economy right now. And that 5-3 scoreline let's see if that will change too much. Nicely done by Dan King, finding Rizzo. And we've seen already on Mirage how good he can actually handle that gun. The Molotov now flies deep. No one coming out off the cement backs. Dan King, oh, he whiffed that shot, is able to survive with just 36 HP left. Lucky enough he is for that, but he now is aware S5 is somewhere in the middle. And IMBA, patience is their key to success. Now finally, first strike coming in. As more likely it's the second, but the first one with decent weaponry. SPTTD can find the M4 player, taking control of middle, and now it gets a little bit more tricky for Frost Misty to take that B side on his own. As he finds himself one, has to rotate off the grenade. Not doing too much. He blinds himself entirely, can't see a thing. And that allows right now IMBA to go on that site of B. The plant, it has happened. War, who could technically try. I mean, he's the one who's not carrying around anything worth a lot. Also, I then don't understand if Frost Misty is sure that he's still taking that aggression, taking it back. Purely found himself SPTDD, but not much more to come. Dan King, he finds Iwar. There it goes. And shout out to the most disturbing name of today is Nipplemuncher6969. And guys, I think there are VODs in English on YouTube. There are. If you scroll down, there's a YouTube channel on Star Letter where all the VODs are being uploaded. As we're now seeing once more, the CTs having quite decent buy up and running. It's going to be Dan King, first of all, destroying it with Rizzo. And I war. He's able to escape that. Interestingly enough, a hailstorm of bullets just came towards him. That now makes it all a little bit more present that probably that highway section will be clear. And it is actually now known for Potato. No one on highway. Next YG. As is right now. They're together with his team towards the A side. He comes from a good position. That plant is going in favor of IMBA. As it now seems to be no chance for Frostmist to clear anything out anymore. The CT side will be economically broken. There it goes. With 2 frags found. Frost Misty can't connect on any further. It will be Recca not surviving with a single player, probably just going for a bit of a small buy here. I mean, Asterix could drop pistols. You wouldn't lose too much with it. Oh, he goes for the scout. Also understandable decision. Body armor is onto him. Now he could make it kind of work. He finds Asterix, and Awar is down to 32. The initial situation for Recca is already not the best in round number 11. With now SPTDD continuing. I think that round number 11, we can put a check mark behind that. Pretty much. As they don't stop fragging, getting the aggression towards the opponent. Logically, there's also no chance really for Rizzo and Co. As the money didn't allow them to get a decent buy. Now they should be able to buy whatever they want. All the doors are open. Every shop lets them in. That's we're having it. 6-5 and Recca. They don't want to fall short again. IMBA doesn't show us their best performance on their own map pick, that's for sure. Rizzo now fully forced out, and unfortunately no one is checking middle. That would have been the perfect kind of idea. And so the map flashbang forces Rizzo into a very uncomfortable situation. Rizzo has still not been spotted there. And that is a free man defense towards middle. One behind cement. One in the vent. One directly middle. And so the bomb is now waiting in front of Squeaky. Has to wait for the assist. And Stan King takes a lot of time. But that AWP is a crucial aspect in this play. But now there comes the flashbang, perfectly done. Dan King, you gotta do it. Sees that out. Oh, and he finds him. That now means that there's only one Recca player alive. And the fully flashed Opera somehow has the magic tool to survive. Frost Misty sneaking on the site. Gets taken out. What a play that was. As the Opera somehow had the bullet invisibility cloak sprayed with the ZZ in every single direction of this earth, and then made it possible. As those guys from Indonesia consistently force through. Doesn't make it too easy for them. In the first few seconds, already an IWAR down to 49 HP. The shocking fact is, in the first 3 rounds, IWAR found 10 frags. Since then, only 4. Dan King able to take down the one who's already wounded. And which brings us into a situation where Recca have only 4 left on that battlefield. And, you know, the first beginning rounds, IMBA fought, you know, we're doing it blindfolded. And since then... they opened up their playbook, said, okay, we now play by this book. And take a look at it. The rounds won continuously speak for themselves. As now Frost, Misty, and Co. need to defend that A side as good as they can. Well done here by Potato. Back on the side though. Frost, Misty can't find one. Not much more to get. Only Asteric alive. He doesn't carry around any armor either way. So Recca should not be able to, considering their last player, to even try to do this. What could be very possible though, that there's a hunter behind him, and it's stanking. It's not a bully hunter, to be very fair. An Asterisk from left, right, and center is getting caught by the players of Recca. And there we go, with an 8-5 scoreline. IMBA turn it around. This half is already theirs. This half is already a good success, as you could say. I'm honestly very excited to see the Japanese later play. As said, absolute. First of all, XYG gets somehow Asterix through that wall. I don't get 100% how, but he somehow does it. And there, Sis tries his best. 5-4-6 now knows there's one more on the site. And IMBA, they have to play with one less as there's someone timing out. Rizzo finds himself 5-4-6. Frost Misty coming deep from behind. You'll probably not be expected. Rizzo got to clear that A side now, or a decision has to be made finally. Frost Misty, he's getting closer. Oh, and the patience on him is good. The problem is, XYG spotted him, and there's not even one frag coming in. He waits for the one bullet to pop, but can't make it possible. In the end, that is going to be the B-side aggression coming in now. In Dan King, he's rather not whiffing that shot. There goes the op, doing its job right. The pause should just come in. There it is, match paused. And one guy in the chat, and I think it's a good idea, asked me to do a bit of our geography lessons. So let's do so. Oh, not a boot camp. Not gonna go for Hong Kong either. So if you freshly joined us, if you freshly just came in and said, I want to watch this game, I'm letting you know. This is Hong Kong, sorry. This is China. This is all China. And this is Where's Indonesia? I lost Indonesia. Is that Indonesia? That should be Indonesia. Isn't it? It is. Is it? Südostcelebes. I lost Indonesia somehow. Where did it go? Okay, let's go map. Okay, it is. It isn't. Isn't it? God damn it. Yeah, okay, it is Indonesia. Finally, okay. And talking about Indonesia, what is the capital of Indonesia? That's a very good question, my friends. 32 degrees, by the way. What is the capital of Indonesia? Let's take a look. Indonesia. It is Jakarta. Of course it is Jakarta. I would need to fly 16 hours from Germany to Indonesia. The currency is Indian rupiah. And time zone, 7 plus 9 hours, so it should be 6 to 8 for me, which means it is between 14 and 16, or 2 to 4 p.m. Okay, enough with that. Back to our game. Stanking tries to go for those wall banks in round number 50, in the final one of this half. We might just see at least Recca holding up the possibility. When I just realized I had the wrong scene. Don't worry, you haven't missed a frag yet. I'm coming in time for you. And as that is the case right now, first Misty. He's hearing the stabs here. As that is now Potato falling short. And Recca having the possibility to find himself success. The problem is, Sis has not been spotted yet. And I'm not quite sure how aware they want to be about it. Perfectly done, that bomb. Still not being spotted. No idea why Asterix called him for doggy, my boy. I don't know if that's appropriate thing. Either way, 5466 gets himself one. Ivardo finally finding the AWP. Double digits denied. And there goes a 9-6 scoreline in favor of IMBA, now switching over to the CT sites. Did I say Indian group? Yeah. Oh, my bad. Sorry, didn't mean to. How could I say Indian group? Oh. God damn it. Now, Recca on the T site should try to gain that round as early as possible, because otherwise we might see IMBA running away with it. You don't want to see that happening, and so there comes now the CT. Can they find themselves the first? 5466 tries to. As Dan King is able to find himself the first, can now go for the vent. But the bomb will be planted either way. Jump shot onto 5466 works. And now it gets tricky for IMBA.SAS. The retake, it's far away from impossible. They got themselves a kid onto XYG. This Potato is not finding himself the frag. It just gets more complicated and more complicated. The smoke now being used. A ninja defuse is not possible. XYG finding frags for left, right, and center. Frost Misty has to now be taken out. Finally back on the site. They have the kit, so the time is on their favor. But it still has to be somehow Frost Misty dying. Are they able to do it? Keep on the last one defending. Dan King, he needs to find it. Does he get him? He does! And that should be enough time for the defuse. It is. The last few seconds running out of the clock. And then it suddenly is IMBA finding the number 10 barely and in a shaky manner. But as shaky as it might have been, it still worked out at the end of the day. So it could be just right now, that point in time where we see success. Right now, that point in time where we will find IMBA taken at home fairly easy. If that will be the case is another story. It's quite possible though. But we remember, on Mirage, the rounds when IMBA got suddenly on the CT site were hella shaky. I mean, a good bunch of ground that already has been now taken. IWAR is making the move. But it seems like that is impossible. Asterix has been spotted out. No one dying on the IMBA.SAS site, giving them a good bunch of economic advantage. The wallets are filling themselves. And with those filled wallets, you can right now get yourself on a good streak. Because Recca, a plan now includes the AKs coming out. And in case Recca will now be taken out, they barely have anything on the board. IMBA got themselves then the round number 12 and are nearly able to finish this off. It shouldn't be too much of a hard task anymore once they keep on focusing through. If they will, it's another story. Now we instantly have a stop. Match back up cold. Probably a lack issue. And I have to say, I'm fairly impressed how easy those map replays work. Because so far, I mean, every time there had to be a round replayed, it was taking so long, and everyone was just waiting it out, and so on and so on. But right now here, it's quite decent, actually. Either way, back to our geography lessons, and this is Indonesia, as we had. This is the Philippines. This is Thailand. This is Cambodia. This is Vietnam. This is Myanmar, also known as Burma, and that is massive China. And I have to sneeze. No, I know, it was just a prank. And did you know North Korea used to have a different time zone just to being different to South Korea? No joke. And besides that, North Korea, this is their capital called Pyongyang. I never knew there were actually satellite pictures of that. Interesting to see. The Hangandol Mountain Park. You know, is there any car in the street? Are those cars? Probably. And as we're learning a little bit about nations on the Asian continent, can I go there by train? Is that the picture? That's still in the picture and a half. Can you street view there? No, you can't, right? That would have been too cool if you could street view through North Korea. Then we have another picture. That's actually a nice scene. A weird country it is. No idea what that shall be. I don't know. Oh, those are all buildings. It's just a shadow. I see. Okay. Very weird. Very weird. Okay. There's actually reports. How do you like Pyongyang? Intolerable. Supreme leader has a good train and all the... No, I'm not going to read that. There's a good reason I'm probably not going to read that on stream. Rather not. Get it. What do the other cities have? Is there anything here? That's it. Okay. Is there anything here? No, that's all very interesting. And if you're wondering why the hell are we actually on Google Maps, we're just on Google Maps because we have a little bit of a lag issue, and excuse me, we have a ping issue. And if you're asking yourself, this is IEM Sydney is being held here. This is Sydney. Actually a nice harbor. This is the Opera House. If you don't know the Opera House, you missed something. Here's a picture of it. That's how it looks like at night. But interestingly enough, if I'm not totally wrong, the capital of... Yeah, it is actually Canberra. Right. So, many people actually think Sydney is the capital of Australia. It is Canberra. Canberra lead. Oi. And Barry Jerry. What the hell is Barry Jerry? Is that just... That's just a state in New South Wales, a city in New South Wales? I think so. Barry Jerry, man. Imagine you tell your friends, where are you living, dude? And I say, I live in Barry Jerry, man. Cool. Okay. Enough with that. Back to our in-game screen as we finally have made it. A reconnected player from the IMBA site. As Stan King is back at it. Face it. Session for Face It LAN and Major. I would do that. I'd be down. But, I don't know. I probably can't do my geography lessons there. I still would, like, pick up a map and just say, okay, guys, today we're taking a look at this and this and this. But it's weird because on my right screen I'm taking a look at it and it's just a screen going over a map and people asking themselves, where's the game? Where's the goddamn game actually? I mean, it's a fairly legit point, but there is no game right now. So with that being said, now back to it. Recca on the AK. That is what we talked about before the break started. And this is the round where also the Indonesian could easily lose their economic situation to a pretty much bankrupt one. Mid control already taken. As IMBA is focusing majorly onto the B site with 3 individuals standing there. Now it alarms a few people as we see XYG already rotating over. Tries to consider that, but the bump, it actually goes to the B site. And you usually expect like one guy headshot ramp, and eventually one guy up on heaven. But in case they really go for that B site, Recca might be very soon lost. And as the time is ticking low, they either right now fake it and instantly do Usain Bolt on the A site, or they push through. It is going to be the A site. And it might be the wrong kind of idea. There comes one Molotov. Not the best right idea. But now they need to find those frags, and it's getting a little tricky there. From heaven, no one can save him. Stanky needs to do the job back on the site. He sees that there's one coming through. Oh, does he get himself a planter? No, he does not! That would have been too crucial if the Balo doesn't save him. No, Rousseau could die! But he does in the end. He burns away, gets the plant. SYS, the only one to find. The nade would have done a better job than the Malo. There's a kit here on a potato. Just has to be aware where SYS could stand. He somehow gets the idea and brings him down to 20. But it's not enough in the end. Recca just barely win that round, 7-11. And we saw just how much the timing of throwing a Molotov can make the difference. Now, that war gets taken out quite early in the game. Another frag coming in. Another one could come in as well. The UMP too strong. As it somehow... It SPTDD finding 2 frags. Whilst both of the B-side players are quite low. Dan King just keeps it cool. Patience is cruel right here. And Rizzo is waiting. Mistake of the opponents. Now you can't wait long for that. But on the other hand, 2v2 is now established. And the B site already taken under control. No kits the CTs can't deliver right now. And as a result, is obviously realizing that B site completely clear to A. Now they're coming in from behind. So the result, to get away with SYS, they have the wrong kind of idea. As a result, should be spotted out in just a second. Oh, no, he has not been spotted yet. Has to be taken out. Oh, this could not have happened there. Potato falls down. XYG doesn't have too much time. He needs to find the frag first of all. Can't pick up a kit. There's none left. And that's the wrong smoke. That's just the wrong smoke. He can't go for the defuse. No chance. That man is lost. Sad story for IMBA right here, as they even lose their final men and have to play with a quite horrible economic situation coming up next. 8-11. IMBA can't close it out that early on. Can they even close it out? That is pretty much lost in that situation, Recca. Should be able to find themselves at round number 9 easily. So 1 minute left. Recca still taking their time. And the stack on A from the terrorists is leaving a sad IMBA down to themselves, as they can't get themselves any frags at that point in time. Not even XYG can change it. So 9-11 it will be. And a 9-11 is how it is. Do some GeoGuessr. Oh, is GeoGuessr an app or something? I don't know. But it sounds like some kind of game, and I like geographic games, actually. With that being said, though, IMBA once more forced down to pistols, this time with armor and a bit of utility. There, frags are happening. At least one kill has been made by SPTDD. AK he has picked up. The question is, can he utilize that? He has armor. 50 HP is not the best initial situation for that, but it's going to be the B side either way. And that B site will find its bomb very soon. Dan King now has been more than spotted. Pinned down he is. And I'm not quite sure if you want to go for any aggression right now. I mean, the Deagle, okay, I understand. But right now, I would not even do a single peek anymore if you don't need to. And it seems like SPTD and IR have the same opinion. XYG is now calling the pause. Probably because we have a disconnect somewhere. And that's very unfortunate. It seems like they have done here the wrong stop. Potato says. And I think they actually want to have a tactical timeout, not a technical. Now they need to wait for an admin to actually resolve that. I actually like the thing in the middle. It's very convenient. And as we're not quite certain, oh, there we go. Okay, for a second I thought, what the hell happened? But Dan King seemed to have a disconnect. Coming back in a second. And what did he say? GeoGuessr. Okay, you know what? We haven't the time for that. GeoGuessr. First of all, checking that out. Okay. GeoGuessr. Let's do this. Let's do this. Okay, so can we go around? We can go around. Okay, where is this? Looks very... We only have time for one round. It looks Australian to me. No, make a guess. How do I make a guess? Hey, I want to guess. Make guess. Doesn't let me guess. Ah, no. It's in Australia. Make guess. Not gonna do that. No advertisements for you. Either way. 10-11. IMBA.SAS. And Rizzo with his watch Nene. Right now trying to bring it down to a tie at that point. And once more, stop. I think damage has been dealt. There's no stop option right now. They have to play this through. Not quite sure. It's having ping issues this time. And there you go. IWAR disconnected. Back to a 4v4. Now that has been heard towards middle. Steric. And himself a good bunch of information. That Molo doesn't do the job though for the moment. It's gonna be Potato burning away. 100%, no chance. That's now far 5-6, as well as XYG trying to do the job. It seems like that will backfire just a little. If they can connect on 1 to 2v2, still possible, as there is actually a kid onto XYG. 4-5-6-6, what can you do about it? The Molo is crucial. Now XYG would actually need to be the supporter there. And he's going over highway, which is not 100% making sense to me. Instead of aggressing together, they rather split up massively, giving it the 11-11. Paul is cold. We're once more waiting. And as we're still waiting for our game to continue, I can tell you straight up, do we still have sound? Hold on. Okay, we still have sound. For a second I thought everything in this world went mute. So, to keep you a little bit updated about IEM Sydney, by the way, Tai Lu. Oh, Jesus. What was that? Well, either way, Tai Lu, they went out of Group A successful over Renegades. That's something. It's kind of sad that SK actually got out. My good friend Swanee, kisses to him, couldn't really benefit from that. And, yeah, otherwise the Australian teams were not able to really come through. And right now, we have a few fights going on. We have, let's see, Cloud9 fighting FaZe, Astralis fighting Fnatic, and in 2 hours, Mouse Sport's going to play G2. We're still waiting though. Time is not on our side today. It's amazing, right? When you think about it, what is the time zone in Sydney? Sydney time. 17:21. So that means they're 8 hours? 8 hour advanced. Okay. So basically, if I understand it right, as Sydney is 8+ hours to Central European time. Yeah, 8 hours difference. The grand final of IEM Sydney is being played at 7 AM Central European time, which means that is at 15 Aussie time. Why not put the final somewhere around, I don't know, 8 PM or 7 PM? Or 6 PM even? I mean, the European market is missing. I'm sure they thought something about that, but I mean, imagine when you are actually waking up at 7 AM on a Sunday to watch the IEM Sydney Grand Final. I would honestly be not very happy. Finally, the unpause has been called, and the IMBA site has not the best economy to deliver. Which now forces Stanky to move away as possible. He does so. He knows the players are coming for Highway. Now he needs to make his shots count. Talking about it, Frost Misty's out. And that is going to be the same with SYS. XYG hears a lot of steps. He could rotate over. And I'm quite sure the Potato isn't known either to the opponent. There's an AK laying in middle. IWar will easily find himself SPTDD. Otherwise, the 3v3. It's not 100% impossible, because I'm quite sure they don't know that one guy is main. Though Asterix is looking in that direction. Flashbang is perfect now to support him. Another player coming in. But 5-4-6-6 against 2. He has no kit on himself. The Molo just makes it impossible. He runs away. Could find one more body shot onto Rizzo to take him down. Does so. And another one onto Asteric. Makes him die for sure. That bump takes him down in the end. Recca, though, up on number 12. And this is once more where IMBA now needs to be fully focused in their game. No way around it. Rosa, first of all, taken out of the game. Successful op doing its job right. As the mid smoke wall appears. We can't do that. I thought for 1 second tanking will just do that. Oh, he saw the bit of the gap though. Asteroid taken out as well, so the man disadvantage massively right now into Recca. As SYS needs to do the job together with his teammates. One could come through. He doesn't stop. Finally taken out of the game. But back on the site. 546 just waits it out. A war found in the end. 12-12 it is. As we're waiting it out, we'll now be able to ruin whose economy is the question. Will the CTs find themselves with shattered glass in their hands as Recca takes over control of any of the bomb sites, or will it be the other way around? IMBA figuring a way to defend the bomb sites right. Demolish the coming terrorists, talking about it. TDD finds himself the first. Is that King? Yeah, he needs to stop. Finding himself no frag. So well done! How did that frag just happen? And there it goes, the terrorists living on the brink right now. Most of them not having a really good economic situation, and eco would be pretty much something you need to do in such a position you're in right now. Maybe only Rizzo buying himself something up. So it will be Rizzo, Asterix, Super Sizz, Frost, Misty, and Iwar trying their best. First crack comes in perfectly, and there now the shots are raining in. Forget about it, Recca. Now is the time to strike, though the majority is not even that well equipped with money. I mean, 4,000 something can make it work for you, but you don't have the best of a situation. And in case IMBA finds a way to success, they should be able to then take home that game. I personally feel if the Chinese guys are once more focusing through, they should be able to do so. The 60 seconds are left on the clock. Now it's going to be Recca. Fairly aggressive A-site play, but three defenders of the IMBA site are focused on that position. No one interesting enough towards connector. 5-4-6-6. Only a good angle in his advantage. You heard that. I'm 100% sure he heard exactly that. And now It's getting a little tricky here. As Danking finds himself one. Has to hold towards Z, where one is coming out. Oh, you need to react in time. X1G, what are you doing? Nearly making his teammate die, but only Frost Misty to survive up to Galil. The bomb plant can't be denied anymore. That's about doing a good play together. 5466 does it in time. 15-14. Recca will now benefit from that bomb plant. But that's all they're going to benefit from, because that round is given away. 15-12 will deliver IMBA the opportunity to instantly go for victory in the following one. As Recca comes up just with majorly AKs and a few nades here and there. It's going to be a Danking taken out of the game first of all. The question is, does IMBA.SAS somehow have an opportunity to close it out now? Yes or no? Because it seems at that point in time, IWAR is able to gain a lot of control towards the middle. Not too much happening at that point in time. IWAR making more moves and more moves. The bomb is focusing towards speed though. 5466 finds himself one. Rotates rather away. The IWP is successful enough. As a double now clutches out. And IWAR and Frost Misty. Uncomfortable it is for them right now, because pressure could just build up massively. As you have to grab the bomb and do it in the next 30 seconds. You're running out of options, you're running out of time. You have no real time to weigh them up. IWAR down to pretty much nothing HP wise. An announcement that there's one from behind. It should be there. They have a Molo to throw. And they take it home. 16-12, ladies and gentlemen. IMBA finding themselves 2 victories in this best of 2. Means they're up in Group B with 6 points. We're taking a little break. We'll just be right back with War versus Eclipse. So stick tuned. Be ready for number 2 out of 3 in our